Practice. And that's all it takes. Clock is literally the easiest event to get fast at. Because unlike other events where you need to learn algorithms, clock you learn how to solve it, and then you practice, and then you're fast. Voila. I'll go with you to Atlanta. That's good. I have a traveling buddy. Now all we need is a competition. Anytime now, Atlanta. If your cubes had rabies, what would you do? I have no idea, because being that cubes are inanimate objects, they're incapable of getting the rabies virus, and so I would probably sell them and make like $12 billion, and then I would use that to buy a helicopter, and then I would fly to every competition in the entire world after I like fed all the homeless people. Yeah, that's what I would do. What would you do if someone stole all your puzzles and replaced them with cake? I would thank that person. That's what I would do. Would you ever go to a comp in Australia? Yes, Australia is one of the most places I'd like to go to a competition. I have friends in Australia that I don't get to see because other side of the world. So I would love to go to a competition in Australia. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? Probably 6.5. That's a really fun age. Would you solve a 13 by 13 one-handed if I paid you $10? Of course, I would solve a 13 by 13 one-handed if you gave me like 50 cents or you asked me to. But I would need a 13 by 13 first, and I'm not buying one of those. What method do you use for pyraminx? I use the layer by layer method, and I average 3 to 4 seconds with it, and I think that's reasonably fast for layer by layer, but at this point it's really just like find a fast solution. I mean, there's not really like a method that I use. It's mostly just like match up pieces and try and solve it, but I do come to algorithms often that I use for different last layer or last 4 edges cases. If you had a dog that could solve a 5 by 5, what method would you teach it to get faster? I would tell it to just keep going with the method that it's using, because it's a dog that can solve a 5 by 5, and I would be rich. Let's face it, that would be pretty cool. When is a pyraminx not a pyraminx? When it looks like this. 2015 World Championships is in Brazil. ... I'm aware that I was actually pretty much standing as close as you could be to the person announcing that when he announced it. And if you had paid attention in the last video, he asked me where the national championships was going to be. Totally different. If you were a poodle, would astronauts eat Brussels sprouts? This is a good question, because astronauts seem like reasonably healthy people, being that they travel into outer space and stuff. Actually, that doesn't even make sense. But astronauts would eat Brussels sprouts if I was a poodle. I imagine they would probably eat them if I'm not a poodle, but if I was a poodle, there's a squirrel. What did you do with all the bananas? I ate them and got more. What are your thoughts on BJ? Banana flavored gelato is pretty good. I mean, I've had it a couple times and I like it. Are you that guy from Me, Myself, and Pie's video? Can I steal your couch? Probably not, because, I mean, being that it took like 3 people to get it in our house, I don't think you could get it by yourself out. But if you bring help, by all means, feel free to take any of my couches that you like. Okay guys, that is all the questions and comments I'm going to reply to today. You left a lot of them on that video really fast, which was cool, so we got to get a lot more on this video. I answered a lot of questions in this video, so it's going to take me like 7 years to edit probably. But anyway, I'm filming on my old camera again on this one because I lost a couple SD cards, and so the SD cards I have now aren't able to write fast enough for my DSLR to take the quality of video that I would like to on that one. And I'm also going to be getting some different equipment for it, so I should be back on that one soon. So anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.